Next speaker is Cole Benjamin. Cole, come on, from Lotus Eaters.
This is just the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. Give yourselves a round of applause. This is incredible. I feel that Britain is an occupied country at this point. I feel that the British people are being deeply exploited, and I feel that this has to change. Because if it doesn't change, what does the future look like for us? Mass immigration has been a colossal failure. There's no question of it. Only the most ludicrous person in the world could deny it at this point. So I'm talking to you, Keir Starmer. There is no economic argument for it. It's making us poorer by the day, because we are extending to foreign peoples benefits that are meant for us. The British taxpayer is paying for health and services and trains and bloody houses for every person under the sun who can just step foot on our soil. This is not acceptable. The only people who should have access to these things are those people who are born and bred here or have rendered some significant service. It doesn't even bear any thinking about. This is just common sense. And moreover, we've allowed things to get wildly out of hand. As we've seen in the last week, in Leeds, in Manchester, things are not going as they ought. And we will hear countless platitudes about British values. I find this fascinating, and I think we should talk about it for a moment. Because they talk about British values as if they descend from the heavens themselves, as if they are something magical that is accessible to almost anyone, anywhere, at any time. But this is not true. Values are held by people. Values are not separate to people. So if you want the spread of British values, then you need to promote the welfare of British people. They do not hold British values in France. They do not hold British values in Germany or Ireland or the Netherlands. Well, maybe in Ireland. In the Netherlands, in Italy, in Africa, in Asia, in South America. These values are parochial to us. And if you want someone to come in to our tribe, to join our way of life, to adopt these values that were learned through millennia of living together, millennia of experience that accumulates, then those people have to live in close proximity to us. They have to live with us and among us to understand who we are, what it is we believe, because there isn't actually a doctrine of them. They're a lived way of life. And if there's one thing we can see at the moment through the colonies that have sprung up on our soil, it's that these values are not being proliferated into these new communities, because there are no British people around them from which they can learn them. This can't go on. The question that is raised, and this is a difficult question for our political class to answer, but I know you all can answer it. To whom does Britain, to whom does England, to whom does Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland actually belong? To the political class who are intrinsically liberal, they don't have an answer, because they don't recognize your existence as a group, as a people. They will have to say, well, England belongs to nobody, or England belongs to anybody. And thus they have, in one sentence, dispossessed you of 1,000 years of ancestral inheritance. They have taken away from you the most precious thing that you own. And they have declared that not only is it not yours, It's for anyone else. This is a project of colonialism. To say that England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland belong to foreign peoples but not to their own native peoples. And it's not surprising then that you are footing the bill for this, because you have no right. They've just dispossessed you of your right, but you still live here and so you still have to pay for it. You are the underclass that they seek to create. This cannot go on. A normal person, of course, says that Britain belongs to the British. England belongs to the English, Wales to the Welsh, Scotland to the Scots, Northern Ireland to the Northern Irish. Nobody else would question this because it's nonsensical. But these are the times in which we live. And so, until it is understood by our political class that this country belongs to us, nothing can get better. Until we can affirmatively say, no, this, as Lawrence said, is our home. And if we choose to extend the privilege of sharing that with other people who come to live with us because they like us, because they are our friends, and you can see many of them here, then that's something we choose to do. They don't have a right, but they may have the privilege. So what must we demand of the politicians? We must demand an end to the exploitation of the British. How dare you do this to us? How dare you? And expect our vote, as if we are your cattle, as if we owe you something. We must demand that the public services are only available to people of British nationality. Foreign peoples must not be allowed to access them. Foreign people must not be allowed our benefits. The National Health Service is a very good idea. I like having a national health service. I don't like having an international health service. That wasn't on the table. We never agreed to that. Foreign people must pay to use the NHS. Moreover, has anyone ever heard of a foreign person being arrested for committing a hate crime against a British person? How dare they have laws on the books that disadvantage us at the expense for the benefit of the foreign people they bring here? How dare they? Unbelievable. And so, to fix this, to prevent the dispossession of the British people from their own land, we must stop the inflow of immigration. That just has to be the way forward. No more. Those people who have come from abroad and are on benefits should just be sent home. We do not need them here. They have homes to go to. This is our only home. We don't need them here. And finally, just to end, I hope you're listening to us, Nigel Farage, because we are your constituency. No man is an island. You can't do this all yourselves. And I have no idea how many people are here. It's tens of thousands. If this isn't a political movement, I don't know what is. Thank you very much.